Are you encouraging failure or embracing failure? Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Future in 5. My name is Jacob Morgan. This is where I share my thoughts, ideas, and commentary on the future of work in 5 minutes or less. As you can see, growing a little bit of the beard, it's getting a little scraggly. This is as much of a beard as I can grow actually, and I'm here in beautiful Southern California, hanging out for a few days before I head back to the Bay Area and then off to Memphis, Tennessee, where I'll be doing a keynote, and then flying to Chicago again a couple days after that. But I really wanted to touch on this topic of embracing failure versus encouraging failure. Now, there are a lot of organizations out there that say they embrace failure. In fact, they reward failure and they give awards for it. You know, Tata has a famous award that they give called Dare to Try. It's their Dare to Try award. Mandela's, the organization that took over Kraft, they have an award for failure. And there are a lot of organizations out there that have talked about how they crack open a bottle of champagne when something fails, how they're not scared of failure. But that doesn't mean that they encourage failure. There's a difference between embracing failure and encouraging failure. Embracing failure means that you give employees the opportunity to to experiment, to test out an idea, and to see where it can go. And if it fails, they look at the lessons that are learned, and it's viewed overall as a positive experiment. That's not the same thing as saying, hey, here's a ton of money, go out and see what happens, and if you fail, whatever. That's not the same thing as embracing failure. You don't want to encourage failure. You want to give some sort of controls. I talked about Adobe, how they do a good job of this with their Kickstart program. They do innovation workshops. So when you talk about embracing failure, that's really what we need to be talking about, is giving some sort of structure in which failure can take place. So education and training programs, you give employees resources, you teach them how to innovate, you teach them how to come up with ideas, you walk them through a process, and you give them the opportunity to run with their ideas and see what happens. And if it doesn't work out, then hey, you learn from your mistakes. But again, that's not the same thing as giving everybody just free rein, throwing money at everybody, not putting any structure or process around it. That is actually encouraging failure, and that's actually going to lead to failure. That's not going to lead to anything good. So we really need to think about the difference between embracing failure or encouraging failure. Which one is your organization doing? Let me know in the comments. Curious to hear what you think. If you want to get access to more videos and more content such as podcasts, articles that I'm working on, etc., you can visit thefutureorganization.com. If you have suggestions for topics or things that I should be looking at, you can email me, jacob@thefutureorganization.com. And of course, you can always find me on Twitter @JacobM. I'll see you next time on an episode of The Future in 5. In between now and then, think about the difference between embracing failure and encouraging failure. Very different things. See you next time. Hey, are you interested in the future of work? If so, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the latest content on the future of work and stay up to date on all the latest trends and happenings. Not to mention, you will make me very, very happy. Make sure to subscribe.